today we are going to talk about the self-watering pots or the hydropots. Now, many a times we don't know how beneficial the hydropots or self-watering pots are. But personally, I feel that for working women or people who are very busy and manage the whole house or carry out gardening activities on their own, for them, these self-watering pots are a boon. So we are going to talk about three different types of hydropots today, which are available in the market. Of course, if you understand the concept of a hydropod, you can prepare those hydropods at a very low cost at your house also. Like you can you yourself can prepare these hydropods. Do it yourself hydropods can also be feasible and they are equally effective. Some other day I will demonstrate to you how to prepare a self-watering pot, but today we are going to talk about the readily available hydropods in the market. These are easily available in the market and we can buy them and put plants in them and be a little more free about the watering schedule of these plants. So before I begin, I would like to remind you that those of you who haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, and if you like this video and want more such videos, give me a thumbs up and share these videos to your friends so that they can also use these types of pots and be a little more relaxed about the watering schedule of their plants. So let's get started. So this is the first type of hydropot which I am going to demonstrate to you. So any hydropot has 2 to 3 components, you can say. One is the water vessel or the watering dish in which the water collects. This is the water reservoir in which the water will be collecting, and then this is the upper part in which we are actually going to plant the specimen or any plant which we want in them. So these two parts are connected with the help of a mesh. This mesh has protrusions which are dipped in water, and hydropot can uptake the water. The plant can uptake the water from this hydropod by capillary action. So capillary action means usually we water the plants from top, but watering plants from below is the best method. This method is called the capillary action method, in which you put water in the reservoir and soil gets wet from down to up. So this water which goes up is by the capillary action. The upper layer which is dry pulls water from the lower level, and in this way the whole soil in the pot gets wet, and this water is just enough for the plant to absorb it. Capillary water is the water which a plant can absorb very easily. So there is no harm in overwatering or underwatering the plant. Only thing is you have to maintain the water level. So this type of hydropots you can water from here. You can pour the water from here, and the plant will get water through the soil by capillary action. So this type of pots are very easily available in the market. There are many companies which manufacture these pots, and they are available online also, and in most of the nurseries also. They are very useful. This is one design. This is another design of a hydropot. Now this also has two parts, but this inner pot you have to plant in this. You place the plant in this, and this is the lower part. Now this lower part has a see-through transparent strip over here through which you can see the water level. This is the water reservoir. Water will be stored till this level, and here is another hole through which you can pour water in this pot. So you need not water from up, you have to water from this hole. You pour water through this hole and you can see the indication of the water level through this opening, I mean transparent place made in the pot, and you have to plant in this part of the pot. These two parts are connected by a wick. Now this is a wick. It can be rock wool, glass wool. Nowadays you get these type of wicks. It's a type of some material which absorbs water very easily. We can use a sponge also for this purpose. It's a type of a sponge only, and this pot also has a few holes. So suppose you water from above also, the extra water will go and collect in the down reservoir. So you have to fill this part of the pot with potting mixture and place your plant in this. Then place this pot in this outer pot and forget about watering it for minimum 8 days, anywhere between 8 to 10 days depending on the temperature, humidity and the water requirement of the plant. So this is another design. Now this is the third design. These two pots are of the same design but of different sizes. I show you this pot is a little different than these two pots. This pot has a plate which comes out. This plate has holes. This stand has holes. This plate has small slits through which the roots can go down into the water reservoir and take up water. Now this is the water reservoir. You can fill this pot round about 1 inch up to here. This is not fully transparent, but still you can see the water level. You can judge the water level from here. Even if you put extra water, this opening will drain out the extra water and the water level will be maintained below this opening. You can see this protrusion in the pot. This protrusion will hold the water down. This will be the water reservoir, and we can put this plate over it and we can place our plant in this after filling the proper soil mixture in this. This pot is also having a similar design. This has a plate similar to that plate. This is the water level. This is about 1.5 inch water reservoir will be there. Even if you pour extra water, that water will drain out. Only thing about these two pots is you cannot water this pot from below. You have to water the pot. Whatever extra water you give will go and collect in the reservoir. Extra water which you give, which cannot be held in the reservoir, will drain out through this hole, through this opening over here, and there will be a certain level of water maintained in this pot which can be useful to the plant for days together. So these these are 3 types of hydropots which are easily available in the market. We also can prepare hydropots or self-watering pots of this size very easily at home. If you understand the concept, it's very easy to prepare a self-watering pot at home. Nowadays, a lot of indoor gardening is done, and so these pots are becoming popular day by day. These pots, besides being utilitarian, these are also very durable ones. So they can sustain the adversities of climate for a very long time. Say minimum 5 to 7 years, a plant can easily grow in this pot. This pot will not degrade easily or be broken easily. These pots are attractive. They have very beautiful colors also. So you can match your interiors with this different color pots. You can use contrasting plants, or you can use a single color theme also, like depending on your liking and your utility, where you want to place the plant, which size you want, you can decide. Nowadays you can get these pots of very huge sizes also. Many of the landscapers prefer to do container gardening. Garden enthusiasts the world over are using these self water pots for container gardening a lot, because containers are placed inside the house or in the garden, and you need not water them daily. Once in 8 to 10 days you have got to water them, and that's it. Many self-watering pots come with a moisture indicator also. So such pots which show the moisture levels, moisture indicators in the soil, are very good for landscaping. So these pots are becoming popular day by day, and I hope you too also would be tempted to use such pots. Not always necessary to buy such pots from the market. You can also prepare such type of pots very easily by yourself and use them to reduce the frequency of watering in your plants, for your plants. So that's it, friend. I hope you have understood the concept of hydropots or self-watering pots from this video, and you have enjoyed this video. So I say goodbye to you for now. Let's meet in the next video.